So Carol, what's this idea you've got for electoral reform?
Well, Gordon and I call it FPTP.
Sounds like toilet tissue to me.
No. FPTP stands for First Past the Post.
Oh, like a horse race.
Well, kind of like that.
Okay, so how does this FPTP differ from the BC STV system we have now, and why would you want to change it? I always say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Well, it ain't really broke, but some people think it's too boring. All this cooperating and compromising, I mean, like nothing exciting ever happens. No nasty name-calling, no knockdown, drag-out fights. We want politics in BC to be like a hockey game. Hard body checks, tripping, high-sticking fights every few minutes. That would really keep the citizens entertained, like Roman circuses.
Well, I can see your point, Carol, but how is this FPTP going to do that? I mean, how does it work?
Well, first of all, we get rid of these 20 ridings, and we create 85 smaller ones, and then...
Whoa, wait a minute. Where are we going to put all those extra MLAs, and then all those extra salaries and bonuses? They're going to bankrupt us.
No, that's not going to happen. You see, there's only one MLA in each riding, so the numbers will stay the same.
Okay, you had me worried there for a minute, but with 4 or 5 candidates from each party running in each riding, well, how do you get a winner?
Well, that's the beauty of the system, Gordon. There will only be one candidate for each party. That way, it makes it easier for the voters to choose. We don't want it to be confusing for them. Plus, it'll be a lot easier on candidates. Candidates from the same party won't have to waste time competing for the voters' choice anymore. And sometimes, if a candidate is in a party stronghold, they won't even have to worry about it being elected. They'll have a safe seat. It'll be an easy ride.
Well, I can see some sense in that. I mean, we wouldn't want the voters to have to think too hard. But just a minute, if there's only one candidate per party, what happens if I don't like that candidate? I mean, why can't I have 3 or 4 Liberal or NDP or Green candidates to choose from? I mean, one size doesn't fit all.
But that's why the FPTP is so simple, Gordon. You don't have to worry about choice. Now, how's this for simple? The way the votes get counted to determine the winner. The candidate who gets the most votes wins. That's it. No first, second, or third choice.
Okay, Carol, I like the simple part. But what if my first choice doesn't win? Doesn't my second choice have a chance?
There is no second choice, Gordon. Winner takes all.
You mean that if I vote for a Liberal candidate and the NDP wins, that's it? I don't get a chance to elect a Liberal? I mean, that's just stupid. Why did I vote in the first place? I just wasted my vote.
Gordon, don't get upset. There's always a next time.
No, sure, Carol. And in the meantime, who's going to represent me? I mean, I can't trust an NDP to stand up in Victoria and speak for my Liberal views. This whole FPT thing is starting to smell worse and worse.
I can see you're upset, but let me finish telling you about how the things could look in the legislature after the election. This is where we get all that good knock-down, drag-em-out stuff. Let me give you some scenarios. First scenario, one party gets 60% of the votes, but gets 97% of the seats. The other party gets only 30% of the votes and 3% of the seats. Makes it easy for the ruling party, doesn't it? They just mow over the opposition MLAs in the corners. The public will love it.
No, that's not fair. I mean, what about the other 40% of the voters? They wouldn't have much of a voice. Plus, I don't get the math. I mean, those 10% that you didn't mention, don't they get any seats?
Well, I just call that 40% the silent minority. And as for the other 10%, that's just the Green Party. They keep trying for things, but the beauty of the FPTP is it keeps those little parties out of the competition, so it's just between the two big guys. I mean, what kind of a hockey game would it be with 3 teams playing at the same time? You might end up with one of those cooperative games where everybody wins. Yeah, no excitement there.
Now, Carol, I still don't think it's fair. But you said you had some other scenarios.
Yeah, here's a good one. One party gets more votes than the other, but the other party gets more seats, so gets to be government.
Now, that's really unfair. How could that happen?
Oh, beats me. Maybe it's more complicated than I thought. I'm going to have to ask a mathematician to explain it to me. And I'm beginning to see your point about how unfair it is. In fact, the more we talk about it, the more I can see it's not so simple either. I don't think the electorate's going to go for this. Too bad. I love a good fight. Oh well, back to watching hockey.
Okay, thanks.